Okay, so I thought I'd show a few what I'm referring to as miscellaneous commissions, which I've had over the years. Some of these are actually quite old, but this one here, for example, this was quite a large canvas. I mean, it was probably about certainly 8 feet long. Yeah, definitely. Right, this one here was quite a large canvas, not as big as that one. 4 feet by 3 feet, something like that. And this was back in 2008 actually, where I was asked by a Chinese office chair, designer office chairs, obviously, company, to do a painting. There was this design fair called the Architect Design Fair in Cologne in Germany. I think it's an annual event, and they have a stand there, quite a large area, where they flog their merchandise, and they thought it'd be a good idea to have me somewhere in the middle of it all, doing this painting, attract a bit of attention to their stand and their products. I did a separate video on that actually, which is on my channel. This was an interesting one. Again, this was a commission by a Russian man. He had some valuable paintings in the house, and this was by an artist called Vlamink, I think, Maurice de Vlamink, something similar to that. Amazing, forgotten his name, but apparently his paintings they sell for millions actually, and so the insurance company had told him he can't keep them in the house, they can't insure them. So the plan was they were going to put their valuable paintings into storage, and he commissioned me to do. He'd done one earlier actually, or rather I had for him, which was this one here by Lanskoy. Again, the original's worth hundreds of thousands, I think. This was a lady in Rome, commissioned me to do this copy of Modigliani's Nude Lady is Seated on a Divan, I think it's called, something of that order. So I sent that out to her, rolled up in a tube, and life size, So I've done a few commissioned sort of copies of paintings. This was another one. This was Pandora's Box, or a section of the painting. The entire painting's rather larger than that. And this one of Van Gogh's Starry Night on the Rhone, Starry Night over the Rhone. And this one here, this commission I was asked to do it was for a poster actually, to mark the occasion of the centenary of the end of the Great War, and so the image was used on a poster, and the original I offered to the British Legion. I said, you can have this and sell it, and any funds you can raise you can keep, but they said they would discuss it or something at a meeting. For God's sake, and it never happened, so it was a shame. We could have made a few quid from it, I'm sure, why not, but so I still own that. This one here, this was an interesting one. Again, this was some while ago, 2005 even, possibly. This was commissioned by a Sikh gentleman who I think he certainly had an office in Woolwich, and he wanted something to record the link between Woolwich and the country of his ancestry, and so this was the image I came up with. It's quite a large painting. It was to go on a wall outside actually, over an entrance doorway, I think. This was quite nice. It was a difficult one because it was an American woman. I mean, this house is I think it was her husband's um, family home where he grew up in New York State. And it was for his birthday, I think. She commissioned me to paint it, and I had very, very basic reference material. She'd given me a very old black and white photograph to work from, and a rather poorly executed watercolour painting that was possibly done at much the same time, and I somehow had to make sense of it and do a worthwhile painting, you know, that was true to life and made a nice painting as well. This one here was another interesting one. This was certainly over 10 years ago, where a chap contacted me. He was about to get married and he wanted to buy a present for his fiancée. And there was this painting done by, I think he was a modern British painter, I can't remember his name, commission, which was to modify the original image to change the features from the original painting into the features of his fiancée, which I thought was rather a good idea, quite nice. And this is the result of that. Okay, this is the quite large oil painting of the Lago di Como, probably 36 inches across, at least 36 inches across. I did this for an Italian lady who lives near Wimbledon, who I think either was born around here or spent some time around here, and she didn't unfortunately pay for me to go out and paint it from life, so I had to work from photographs, but that was fair enough, and this is the result of that. An advertising agency in London called Oliver, who've put a bit of work my way over the years, and they're having a Christmas party, so they commissioned me to design the the invitation. I think they sent it. They emailed it out to their various clients and potential fellow partygoers, invitees. It was based on I can't remember what it was based on, but there you are. That's the result of that.